So today I'm going to do a round piece using these cut paper towel and toilet paper pieces again. Fortunately, what I pre-cut is pretty much the same size as this mold, which is good. Now, this is for a friend, and she's been going to be hanging it up in her window as a sun catcher. So what I want to do is make the colors that I pour in here transparent so that the sun will shine through them. The piece that I did here is completely opaque, even though without the back on, there's no way any sunlight was shining through this. So what I need to do is make thinner, not thinner resin, but put less pigment in my resin, a lot less. And I'm actually thinking of maybe using alcohol inks because they're so pale, but you know what? They tend to be too pale. So yes, this will be another let's learn together experience. Now, I just did a project using butterfly stickers, and the backs of the stickers are all over my table and very difficult to find. So I'm just finding more here. There's one, I see it. There's another one. Okay, so I'm going to mix up the resin for the very thin layer, and then we're going to pour it. But you know what? I think first of all, what I should do is lay out my pattern. And I want this to be kind of a flower pattern. So what I want to do is leave some in the center to put in some crystals or something that will really catch the light for the middle. So yeah, something like that. And then put these in here like this. I really do find it a lot easier to move these around with a stick rather than my hands. I have very large hands. I am Yorkshire lass. I think I was meant for sheep farming or something because I do not have the delicate hands of a crafting woman. But here we are. So now I've gone ahead and I want to do quite a few more of these. So I have gone ahead and ordered some quilling papers because I have a very limited amount of toilet paper rolls and I want to do a lot of these. And I was also thinking, well, actually, let me be honest here. I saw somebody online on YouTube using quilling papers. And at first I thought she had painted her toilet rolls the colors of what she was using inside, but no, she had bought quilling papers, and I think that is a fantastic idea. So I've ordered some, but they're not coming for a little while, and I really want to get this done for my friend. So I am using the, you know, tried and true method that I've been using so far. It's hard to keep track of what I'm doing here. I'm going to pull these in a little, these out a little. Yes, they each have one. Okay. I think I was telling you before when I was doing this, that symmetry is very, very important to me. And I have I'm a little bit obsessive about it. So yeah, this is going to be fun trying to get this all even, which it doesn't look even at all. It's sticking out more on one side than the other. You know what I'm going to try here? Okay, let me try something. I bought, where is it? I purchased a template for when I make clocks. And I'm just wondering if I can see through it enough that that will help me place these. Yeah, I can kind of see the holes through there. It's not the easiest thing to see, but I can see them. So this right here, so I've got lots of gap here and no gap here, so it all needs to shift that way a bit. But here's the center hole, so that's interesting because the distance here is the same. So why? Maybe I just need to pull this in a bit. That's a bit better. What do you think? I feel like this needs to... Okay, I'm going to start again because that's not working out how I want it to. So if I put that there, that there, see, I can follow these lines. Here I go with my big clumsy hands. Let me just put it like that. And I can line this piece up with the holes. Like start it on the first hole, the first circle, and then skip one. Except for that. Oh yeah, it does work out. Oh, like, look how symmetrical that is. Oops, sorry, I'm bouncing around here trying to get it all in. Okay, that works. All right, now I wanted to pump these out a little bit, so I'm pushing them. And then put that one there. Oops, so I'm counting like 3 holes out. I don't know if you can see them, but I can see the little holes here. 1, 2, 3. I'm keeping it on the line. Now my friend's name is Violet. So, and she likes colorful things. So I'm thinking maybe doing this all in purple, shades of purple and violet. Now why does that one seem too close? Oh, I know, because that's over too much. Do I have enough of these? I think I do. Hey, I have enough. I think I had some more in my little bucket, but this will do quite nicely. Somehow that doesn't seem spaced right, but anyway. What do you think? Do we see this very well with my lighting? There we go. Now, yeah, another one's not going to fit there unless I do like a leaf. I wonder if I could bend it in the other way. Well, that kind of makes a heart. I could do those here, there. Somewhat. Not do them everywhere, just do them here and there. Like a little leaf. There. Okay, what do we think? Do we like those leaves? I wish I could hear your answer. I kind of like them. I don't know. There's something not hitting me quite right here, and I don't know what it is. Pull these in a bit. I actually want those in quite a bit, I think. Okay, well, I like that. I think that works. Okay, I'm gonna mix up the resin. Oh, here's another butterfly. I'm gonna mix up the resin and let's pour. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm just using tape to clean out the mold because little bits of dust fell from those pieces. This is a brand new mold. I bought 2 of them. All right, so I have made 4 ounces of resin here, and it's New Classic, just their tabletop and art resin. And we're gonna pour some in here now. We're just gonna push this out right to the edge. We just want that thin layer over the entire piece, just enough to secure our toilet paper pieces onto the mold. Now here's something that I like to push resin with. It's a silicone makeup brush actually, but they're fabulous for this kind of work. And they clean up so easy and are reusable. And the nice rounded edge just pushes the resin perfectly into this circle edge, so it's great. You just want to cover up any bald spots I made by pushing the resin away from where it was sitting. Just spread it, push it out a little bit. Okay, here we go. And to take the bubbles away from the edge, I just run this along the edge gently. And that pulls the bubbles out. Okay, I have a couple little bald spots here, so I'm just going to pull the resin into there. I think next time I do this, I will mix up a little bit more resin for this mold, maybe 5 ounces. This was 4, and it seems to be a little on the skimpy side. All right. Now we can place our pieces. Going to take these little crystal stones and put them around the edge. I have this really pretty purple opal flakes from Rebel Glitters. And I'm going to just put a tiny bit, and I do mean tiny bit, on there. So I'm just going to get a little bit on here. The sunlight very nicely. More like that's more like a foil than a glitter. Okay, let's see if I can pick some of this out of here. Nah, it's good and stuck, most of it. Well, that's all right. It's quite pretty. Try and get most of it out. There's not much left in here. Oh yeah, it's coming out. I'm also going to, the next layer I do here is going to be a glitter layer. So it will just blend in with that glitter. Just putting a little extra resin here because I have a couple of bald spots there again. Don't know why that keeps happening. All right, we're gonna let this set up and then we will come back and start putting in our colors. Hey everybody, so I've pulled together some colors here. This is mica pearl powder, sort of eggplant. This is called rich purple. I have a lavender, which is quite pale. Then I have this Just For You Online UK paste. I have Pinata purple, alcohol ink, and then I have pulled together some glitters. So I'll only use a few of these, maybe 3. So I'll figure out which ones. Probably this one because it's a little chunkier, this one because it's paler, and then maybe this one because it's super fine. Okay, so I'm going to mix up some resin and mix these colors and we'll be right back. So we're back, and this is the next day, and I just want to show you, I poured a very thin layer, as you recall, before I started placing the paper, and it obviously wasn't enough to seal the bottom of the roll off because we have leakage here, we have leakage here, we have, I don't know if you can see it, but we have leakage right here and here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some here. So yeah, that's a shame, but I'm not going to let this stop me from continuing. You know, it's a handmade piece, and handmade pieces aren't perfect. So I've mixed up 8 ounces of resin. I'm going to put some of it in here because I don't know how much I'm going to need. And I think I was trying to decide, I want a sparkly background because this is a Suncatcher and I want it to catch lots of sun. So I was looking at this glitter called unicorn glitter, which I got at Michael's. But then I found this that was sent to me. Rebel Glitters sent me this ignition glitter. It's very fine and I really like it. So I'm going to try some of that and see what that looks like. I know that you're supposed to add it to, you know, a colored resin to bring out different colors, but I want to try it with this and see what happens. Yeah, I like that. It gives a very subtle, but very, very, very colorful glitter. So yeah, that's what I'm going to use. I don't know if you can see how glittery that is, but it's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to start placing this around the edge, and then I've mixed up more like this because I want to keep that center as much like this as I can. Now, I don't want to fill this up all the way because I'm going to pour a clear coat over top, so I want to have room for that. So what I'm going to do is just fill it about the same depth I filled the colored parts. I'm just going to put this on a Lazy Susan so it's easy for me to work with. There, that's better. Now I can swing it around where I need it. Now I'm just going to start trickling it into these little places where it's not wanting to naturally flow, like in here. Now, unlike the previous pieces I did, I don't want to drip into these wells because both sides of this will be seen. It's a Suncatcher. So it's important to keep drips out of the colored spaces. Okay, now I'm just going to help the resin into these places that they don't seem to want to go. Let's push it in there. All right, now I'm going to put this on here. A bit more of this. Okay. Okay, now in case you didn't watch the other videos, I'll just reiterate that I can't torch this because the paper will catch on fire, so I use my alcohol to get rid of bubbles. Okay. This is wanting to stray, and I don't want it to stray, so I'm pulling it back in. Well, I certainly didn't use anywhere near 8 ounces. I only needed 4. So that's a good note for next time. Hi, so we're back. This is 2 days after I poured the layer of glitter in and around all the colored pieces. And so now I've mixed up 8 ounces of resin that I'm going to pour over the entire piece, cover it, and hopefully it'll cover all these little cardboard pieces. I'm going to add more stones around the edge because this will bury the ones that are there and I want them to stick up a little, so I'll add another layer. And also I have these big glass vase fillers that are quite large that I want to put one in the middle here, and that will give a nice sun catching dimension and also kind of magnifies the sparkle that I've put under here. So yeah, I'm going to add that into there as well. So here's our resin. We're just going to get going pouring it on. Okay. And I want to fill all of these up because, like I said, I didn't put very much color in there because I want the light to shine through. If I'd have filled these cardboard wells all the way up, it would have been too opaque. I wouldn't have had the transparency that I'm looking for the sunlight to come through. I'm hoping this is enough resin that I've mixed. If not, I'll have to quickly mix up some more. This is a whole cup. I thought it would be more than enough, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough. All right, I'm going to quickly mix up more. All right, I've mixed up more and we'll be back. We'll just continue filling this up now. And I can use the flame now because the cardboard is covered up with resin. So that's why I was using the flame there. Now let's see how we do here. Now I'm just adding some smaller crystals along the edge to fill in kind of the spaces of these big crystals. And when it's done, I'll shake the loose ones off. I'm kind of overloading it, but they'll come down when I shake them off. When it's cured. I really want this thing to sparkle in the sunlight, so these really do sparkle when the sun hits them. They're beautiful. All right, we're gonna let this cure, and our next step is to pop it out and to maybe coat the other side and put some crystals around the other side to give the 3D effect on that side, because right now it's just going to be flat. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my signature on a little brass piece somewhere in one of these little bays, probably right here. And yeah, that pretty much finishes this project. All right, so we'll be back for the unmolding. Everybody, so it's the next day. We're going to unmold this piece. It's very heavy. It's going to need some hefty support to hang that up in a window. All right, let's see where we can find a free edge to peel this back. Here we go. Now it seems good and stuck here. Let's have a look. Oh, it's just one little tiny spot. All right, there we go. So here's our side, and all our cardboard is pretty covered. It's a little raised there, but I did pour resin over it, so it'll still be sealed in. And then here's the other side. So as you can see, this is raised and three-dimensional, but on this side, they're not. So what I want to do now is put more of these acrylic beads on, well, they're crystals, acrylic crystals, on this side. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to mix up some resin, stir some of these crystals into the resin, and then just pile them up on the edge. So that's our next step. Be right back. Okay, so I've made up some resin and I've added it to about 3/4 of this cup full of stones, which is about 3/4 of a cup actually. I don't want loads of resin in there. I just want them sticking together really well, and enough that the resin will kind of drip through and adhere onto our piece here. And another thing I need to do is take a little bit of the resin and attach this little piece to this side like I did the other side. So I'm just going to do that right now. Put some resin here. There we go. Okay, now we're going to put the stones on.